Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and today, doing another film session, we're going to look at all the interceptions from Mitch Trubisky in 2018. And yeah, just kind of break it down, go by each play. Each interception has its own story and all that stuff. Just going to kind of look at what the mistakes might have been, but also just looking at it because there might have just been something that was out of his control, which tends to happen. So going to go to all those plays, and it's not that many, thankfully. So anyway, want to go ahead and get started. We got the Seahawks. There's 2 interceptions in this game. So right now we're in empty. We got it in slow motion so we can see in all 22 what happens. Actually, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So ball hikes. Of course, it's a pass play. And it looks like we have a vertical combination. This is when he goes to Allen Robinson down the field. Griffin has the inside position is hung up, and he's able to take that one. So honestly, on that play, you just have an underthrown ball. Simple as that. Looking at the reads, I don't mind the shot. You pretty much have a one-on-one. There's 2 underneath here. Safety takes the flag. And so you got a one-on-one shot against the corner. You just want to put that further ahead so he has a chance to get that. Because like I said, as far as the read, I definitely think he went with the right one. Because right now, you're looking at that safety over the middle. As soon as the safety helps out on the flag, you got a one-on-one pass there, just underthrown. All right, so next play, this is a first down, second quarter. So right now we got 2 backs. Technically, that's a tight end, but 2 in the backfield. We get a play action. And this ball's just tipped. Good reaction by Griffin. And he makes the play. So, really, I mean, tip pass. I don't mind the choice. He was trying to get Robinson over the middle. So, Robinson runs a little curl route. The play action sucks all the linebackers up, so this is actually wide open, just where you want it. But somebody on the D-line got a hand on it, and those happen. Those type of interceptions happen, so we can actually see from the end zone who actually got their hand on it. But that's not one that I would necessarily put on Trubisky. They just timed it right and made a play. So yeah, for me personally, I think Trubisky made the right pass there. So now we'll be going to week 3 against the Cardinals. I forgot to see what down this was. Another tip pass, another good play. Now, the thing I will say, and I talked about this with the Pat Mahomes video, with screens, quarterbacks, you want to drift back away, and you want to put this over the head, not even of like that particular defender, but in general, you want to dump that pass. It's kind of like a dump off. You don't want to try to bullet the pass. As much as you want to hurry up and get that ball to the playmaker, you're allowing pressure to come in on the screen. So you got to put it as a high arcing pass so that it could get over the potential defender. And on the screenplay, he should be open. Now, if somebody's covering the running back and the guy's in your face, then yeah, throw it away. You don't want to try to force it to the running back. But more times than not on the screen, they're going to be wide open. Just dump it. Your job is to get the ball to them, not get it to them fast on the screen. And so I think Mitch just tried to do a little bit too much of a zip. Defender got a hand on it, and it was just a great play by the other defender to scoop it up. So so far, 2 of these interceptions were just, really great plays on the tip pass. So now we're moving to week 6 against the Dolphins. First down again. Going into, we're already in the red zone. Drop back pass in the double coverage. So let's go ahead and slow down, see what we got. If the slow wants to work. So we got vert concept. We got man for man underneath cover here. Yeah, you don't want to force this. And this is a situation where you got to understand where you are. It's first down. You're in the red you're in the red zone, going into the white zone. At this point, your linebacker's carrying him. Now maybe you want to take that shot, but this is covered. This is all covered. And so right now, instead of throwing it away and living for another play, you force the issue and you get intercepted. And then that takes you out of a scoring opportunity. So for me, looking at what's down the field and available, you don't have much available. If you don't get that shot for Trey Burton right away, because you can see that he's going to fly up here against a linebacker. If you don't get that shot right there, there's nothing else. And so that was a completely forced pass. And that's just Trubisky trying to do too much, in my opinion. So now we're going to week 7, where we have 2 interceptions. All right, so this is 3rd and 10. We're against the Patriots here. Looks like we got some type of blitz. We had time, but really nowhere to go. What happened? I was just confused with what happened at that last point. I guess maybe he tried to throw it. It's really hard to see from the all 22. So apparently he tried to throw it and got intercepted. So let's just see what we got, though. So at the snap, it's about a 4-man pressure. So again, we got a vertical concept, 3rd and 10. You got that guy, but a lot of his cover, he doesn't see anything. So he heads for green grass, which I'm fine with. And he wanted to remain a passer to pick up that first down. But really, it feels like he could have just took off at that point. If he would have committed to the run, it looks like he would have been able to get 10, but we'll see when we get a closer up view. So drifting back, not seeing anything, moving, and like I said, remaining a passer. Yeah, that's just tough. But this one I don't have as much as an issue with. You're doing a scramble drill. You want that first down. You throw it low where you think only your receiver can get it and ends up getting intercepted. And the difference is that's a 3rd down. It's 3rd and 10. If you throw it away, you punt. And so I don't mind being aggressive on 3rd down. And especially if you think you're putting it where only your receiver can get it. I don't have a problem with that particular play. So now it's 1st down. And my controls aren't anywhere to be found. And that was just underthrown. I'm not sure why my controls aren't working, but that was underthrown to me. Let's go back. We got a trip bunch. Underneath, flat. So that's a flag, and it's wide open. I believe that's Anthony Miller. And really, that's a late throw, and it's underthrown. So you got to be able to make that read, and we'll see what he's looking at, because honestly, with the combination they ran to the trip side, it's only one play to make right there. So he does start off looking to the single side, works his way back, and just takes his time. And really, that's waiting to throw it when it's open versus throwing with anticipation. So if we go all the way back to this play, and you know the play, you know these two are going to go flat or short routes, and you know he's going flag. Now you throw it. That's too late. And now it's underthrown and it's picked off. So, like I said, that's just a function of you throwing when you see it open versus throwing when you're anticipating him to make that break because he was in single coverage. So those two right there. Now we're going to week 9. 1 interception here. Buffalo Bills. I didn't get to see the down. Play action. And that was a complete miss. So let's see what we got. Got a little bit of China route going on over here. And I am not sure if he just flat out missed or if he expected the receiver to do something different. So it looks like, if I were to guess, it looks like he expected the receiver to keep working across, but the receiver stopped and tried to hook up in the dead space. And he tried to throw it in anticipation, and the receiver wasn't there, got intercepted. That's what it looks like to me. And I do want to reiterate, I always forget to say this, but I don't know these plays. I mean, I'm looking at it and dissecting what I see, but I don't know the calls. I don't know what the players are taught, so I can't always tell you. But it looks like he expected Trey Burton to keep running, and Trey Burton stopped. But even then, the pass looks a little too far, so I'm not sure. Either way, that was an ugly pass because I'm looking at it, and you tell me if you feel different. Even if he keeps running, I don't know that pass is anywhere near Trey Burton, so I just feel like that was an overthrow in general. So there we go with that one. And what down was that? That was a first down. So hate to see that. All right, so week 11. There's 2 interceptions. It's a first down too, and we're seeing this theme, like a lot of these interceptions on first down. That really hurts. That absolutely hurts when you're throwing interceptions on first down because, of course, you killing everything that, every opportunity you had after that. So right now he has good time. That is a terrible decision. That's just a terrible decision. Even if no one's open, that's just triple coverage. So you got, looks like a all vert concept. No, we got one guy break off. But pretty much everyone's covered that's going vertical. But that doesn't mean you just throw the ball. And so this is the second time where it's like no one's open, but that doesn't mean you just force a pass. And so we got the check down here is first down. Nobody's covering him. I don't know why Trubisky thought he could make that play. At worst, at best, that's an incompletion and your receiver getting rocked. Especially because Taylor Gabriel's not a big receiver. And so it'd be one thing if you threw up a pass to Allen Robinson in triple coverage when you needed to, but it's first down. And I don't know if it's towards the end of the half and maybe we were just trying to get something. Matter of fact, let me just go back. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're just dissecting this play. And then you want to put it into Allen Robinson's hands, who could probably contest that. But you go with Taylor Gabriel, who's explosive, but he's not big. He's not going to be able to go through triple coverage. So this one's third down. I say third and long technically. So this one you do get a little pressure. Still had time though. Yeah, that's just a missed throw. And once again, maybe he thought the receiver was going to do something different, but these guys are hugged up. This receiver, Allen Robinson, stops. Now, I don't know if he stopped because he thought it was a flag or should have been a flag or if it was a curl, but the pass just wasn't in his vicinity at all. And so a lot of these, well, not a lot, but I would say there's a good amount of gimmies right here. And Trubisky didn't throw a ton of interceptions this season, so that's great. But some of these are just gimmies. So he's got time in the pocket. He moves up, kind of sidearms it. Yeah, that's just inaccurate. That's just an inaccurate throw. It wasn't really anywhere near the receiver. So, 2 bad interceptions in that game. And then we got the last 3 came in week 14. So this is 2nd and long. I believe that said 3rd quarter. So this is against the Rams. So right now we're empty. They send 4. Inaccurate throw. A little too high. Goes right to the defender. Now as far as the read, we'll go through the progression, see what's out here. So we got 5 in the route. We got curls, verts, or maybe deeper curls. And yeah, I mean, he was right in the dead space. Some of that was open. He was covered, but he was right in the dead space. And I'm not mad at you taking or choosing to throw it there. But man, get the ball down. And so we'll see from the end zone view. And he's looking right at it, like just completely missed. Just completely missed. There's not really much defending that. That's a complete miss. All right, so we'll go to the second interception. It's 3rd and long, and this is right before the half. Wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of a Hail Mary. Oh, no. Oh, no. And my controls aren't working. Just love when my controls don't work. So let's go back and see the all 22. So it's just a simple out. He's by himself. The corner is underneath him the entire time. There's someone over him. There's only one man in this route. I cannot tell you why Trubisky chose to throw that. Like, as far as picking that as his read or trying to fit it in. And it's really just him trusting his arm too much. Because that, even, I'll go back a little bit. Because once you see this is what's frustrating. Okay, so even if you got the pass past the cornerback, it was a very small margin that he would have made that catch. And they wanted to get out of bounds and stop the clock, I understand. But again, you got 1-on-2 over here. And you got to read that corner. That corner, let's see. All right, so he's off. That's kind of a bait. It's like, oh yeah, we're not pressing him, and then he gets right to the flat and gets underneath it. So they baited him. They absolutely baited him, and then he trusted his arm a little too much. and got goaded into an interception. So that's pretty much what happened. All right, so 2nd and 8, third quarter, empty set. Just a missed throw. Complete missed throw. Absolutely perfectly fine with the read. Underneath coverage here. Linebackers are looking here. Corner here. There's nobody there. That dead space. That safety's too far. And just a terrible throw. So more times than not, because that's the last interception. So more times than not, you talking about Trubisky just really having good reads as far as the play goes, but then putting the ball in a place that is just, it's not meant to go. And so that really was the issue when you look at the interceptions for Trubisky this season, is that he just was inaccurate. Sometimes there was tip passes, but I would say most of these interceptions aren't really forced by anybody. These are interceptions that he could have avoided. And like I said, there weren't that many, so that's a good thing. And we'll look at some of the touchdowns and the good stuff he did too, but we also got to look at the full picture. So anyway, go down in the comment section and let me know what you think about Trubisky's interceptions. Do you think those are easily fixed? Do you think that's something he'll be a lot better at this year? Or is it just something that's in his DNA? Get the conversation started, share it around. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, stay up and bear down.